Hello there, and welcome to another episode of The Comic Book Veteran. My name is Patrick, and I am the comic book veteran. Why? Because I collect comic books. I've been doing it for a very, very long time, and I'm a veteran. I was in the Army for 20 years. If you've watched some of my other episodes, you've heard me say that before. So, today, what I'm going to talk about is a topic I find a bit closer to my heart. I'm going to talk about a young man who was a cryptographer in World War II. Now, I don't know the young man's name, but I know that what ended up happening is he collected books from the mid 1930s. A significant number of his books were from the 1930s. And I, to be honest, I don't know how long the comic book collection went for. Obviously, I would assume up through the time that he went off to World War II, where he served in the Army Air Corps, which predates the Air Force. Anyway, he collected these books, and I know in the collection he had Detective Comics 1 through 27 at a minimum. CGC will tell us that. But beyond that, there's a lot of other scattered books that are around, and I don't know a lot about it. I'm hoping maybe somebody here can, or somebody who views this, might be able to give me more information. I'm always in search of more information and research into any of these collections or specific books or just anything of interest like that. So, the book I've got in my collection is a Tip Top Comics number 62. This is graded at a 5.5. As of the recording of this video, this is the second highest graded copy of this book. Now, 5.5, that doesn't seem real high, does it? No, it seems like about a mid-grade book. And I think this is a solid copy of it. There may be better copies out there that have yet to be discovered. There may be ones that haven't been sent off to CGC or one of the other grading companies. But what is interesting about this, and I'll try to put it up here, you can see this is from June of 1941. So this is a pre-war comic book, pre-World War II, just to be specific. During World War II, it was very common for books like this to be recycled and sent off and to be turned into war pamphlets or training manuals or different things like that. There wasn't a lot of, and admittedly, in the 30s and 40s, kids would read them and throw them to their neighbor, trade them with somebody else, give them away, throw them away. I mean, how many of you, I'm going to tell you that I'm in this number as well, my mother threw away a lot of things that I really liked from back then. And they're just gone. They're never to be seen again. Comic books were that way. I mean, this was a cover price of 10 cents. You can see right there. So they weren't, it was for a 5 or 10-year-old kid, 10 cents is 10 cents. For us, I mean, $4 or $5. And anyway, so this book was read, and I'm sure probably, hundreds of times. It shows somewhere. There's some little things down the bottom of the side, a little scuff mark. But otherwise, it's a very solid book, and I'm very happy to be the caretaker of this for now. One of the other little things that you can find is it's got I'm trying to get it where you can see it. It's got the pencil mark, which is a distributor marking. So this was distributed. Looks like P. I don't know what the letters mean. Maybe there's somebody again who can decipher that. But it looks like 5/1, which I would interpret to be May 1. That seems to be in line because books usually come out before the cover date. With this being a June of 41 cover date, I would imagine that it was released then. But the fact that this book is now 82 years old is quite remarkable to me. and the fact that it survived through all that it has and is still here with us in my care, I feel honored and privileged to be the caretaker of that. And the same goes for every other book here. But I find that I have a connection to books like this, where there's a direct military connection. I can understand somehow, in some way, what that young man went through. Yeah, no, I was not in, I'm not, my kids would have you believe otherwise, but I'm not old enough to be in World War II, or to have been involved in that conflict. But it is, there are some parallels. Let's just leave it at that. We'll just call it there's some parallels. And anyway, I'm truly honored and humbled that I'm the caretaker of that and all these other books. And it's a part of our history that I don't want to see lost. And I hope that many of you will feel the same way. Now, I'm going to cut this episode a little bit shorter because I don't have as much in-depth knowledge of the Lost Valley collection. I know there's some fantastic books. I would love to see photographs of other ones. There are some threads on CGC about some of the different pedigrees. But this particular book, is mine. And I'm excited to own it. So, again, my name is Patrick. I am the comic book veteran, and I appreciate you being here and watching. Thank you. Have a fantastic day.